They'll be calling you a radical. You need to learn to speak American. Oh, Americo Vespucci, he's buried right there. And don't think it yourself. You think his family doesn't still run this country, run the world? You're a fool. How cool is this fucking place? Sweet are the uses of adversity, as you find. Holy fuck. I mean, sneaked out gem. You get up behind here, I found, oh fuck, the little markets, the little fucking thing. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I find all the gems. But I think it's a perfect metaphor. This is the only real dirty place I found, right at his feet. Now, let's talk about Americo Vespucci. You think the most influential man in human history? No fucking doubt in my mind, in human history. Oh yeah, you heard me right. Let's see, too common. I mean, half the world's I've always been pissed off at this my whole fucking life. This American bullshit. This American. You need to speak American. I'm like, since I was a little kid. I mean, it fucking drives me crazy. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? We're not Americans. This is the United States. What? We're talking Chile, Argentina, fucking Canada, Mexico, Costa Rica, Honduras, fucking made in... Remember when they pulled that Made in America scam? When it used to be made in the USA? But, so let's get to the salmon fucking numbers. Now this is the fucking corruption. It's a perfect place because you think about when they came across. Now Americo Vespucci, I mean, their agenda, you know, why they called Indians? Because, well, that was Columbus and De Soto's fucking doings when the Spanish queen paid them. They had to fucking tell them something because they never made it to the fucking new land. I mean, so they named them Indians. Told them they were in India. Fucking gathered up a few home. Brought them home. Says, they're from India. India's, we made it there. Oh, look at this, Ingrid. What a fucking spot. So I think it's perfect that we talk about the corruption of ODFW. Now why? Now, remember when they poisoned the natives? What an easy way to just take their fucking land. Come to dinner. We're your friend. Fucking, here's a little smallpox in your fucking native dishes. So, you need to learn to speak American. Americo Vespucci never spoke fucking the Queen's English. He was born here, he's buried fucking right there. Fuck his family. Him, the most influential man in fucking human history. And maybe, you know, Jesus might have him beat, but not by far. So, and I'm not talking about the Son of God, which that's up to you to debate. I'm talking about the activists. Jesus Christ, he threw the money changers out of the fucking temple. Up is down, black is white, fucking blue is yellow, green is dead, fucking Putin, fucking Jill Stein, Swiss bank account, fucking red. Fucking, you need to speak. So the salmon. Now remember, Lewis and Clark says the first time they ever seen fat natives when they came across with their relative. She was half them, Pocahontas, so yeah. And so, when they get there, they start harvesting the fucking trees, of course, all the way down to the coast. The only place on earth the sequoias fucking grow, the biggest, I mean, they're cathedrals. Literally cathedrals. They fucking cut them down. I mean, they don't give a fuck. So, where the salmon. The Columbia River Salmon Run is the fucking quintessential America and America, fucking the United States of America, fucking northern part of this fucking planet, fucking, it's it. It's the last fucking stand. Right now, today. It's in epic, epic fucking collapse. ODFW is fucking pulling corruption right now. Their site's always up. They crashed their fucking site. They haven't put up counts in 4 fucking days because this is when everybody books their trip. The big fall run in earnest. The fucking, the Stillhead, it's over. I mean, you're talking, they're down 95%. Where's the Endangered Species Act? Where's the, they filed for federal aid, but they want you to still come, so they crash their fucking sites. I'm watching their sites. They're coming in at 40% of the 10-year mean. Oh, just late run, bro. Just like fucking the spring run. Don't you think it's ironic on the spring fucking run? As soon as the Emergency Closures Act and whatever, then all of a sudden they get these 2 magic days. They get their whole fucking run in 2 magic days. They're fucking liars is what they're. They're fucking liars. Fucking, you need to speak America. Americo Vespucci. That's where this whole fucking madness began. This is where it all started. It was born right over there. And this is real important. Real important. That's why this is so important. Grand place. 500 years ago to fucking day. Today. You know the eclipse? 500 years ago today. Michelangelo, the enlightenment. His very, very best work. Now remember, the artists, the Renaissance, to find the perfect marble. August 3rd, 1517, in his hometown in Tuscany, he fucking found the perfect marble. Was building his fucking road to bring his perfect mile. It's so perfect a metaphor of him. Worked on it for 3 years, his crew of slaves. Popes. Crew of slaves. Leo. He cut him off. That's when Michelangelo realized. That's when I think it all hit him in earnest. And he went into his heresy and into his fucking bunker. That's why I think right over there, his final work at the end of his life. The Libertad, the other one with the broken arm, with the no leg, that sits in the Duomo Museum. It's his finest. Because it proves men are imperfect. How's this all tie in? It ties in because of nuclear energy. Now, by the way, the mob not all bad. They threw the nuclear fucking energy scum the fuck out. They tried to come back in. These guys in Econ, this is where they fucking live. This is their house. This is their fucking place. If you don't think they still rule this fucking world, this part of the world, well, all of it. You know, we got Trump wannabe fucking royals and wannabe monarchs and wannabe fucking the family. They said, fuck you, get out. Don't fucking come back. Nuke Waste trying to bring it to my town. Fucking Utah. So they're lying in Oregon. They're fucking lying. You don't think this is important? 500 years ago today, to the fucking day, Michelangelo doing his finest fucking work. His finest. I mean, the hour that he fucking realized that his enlightenment was going to be fucking smashed. That we were imperfect. You know, people used to say he was arrogant. Da Vinci used to see him on the street right over here. He would physically go to the other side of the fucking road. Physically, he was afraid of him. Michelangelo would spit on him. He would literally spit on him. He was scared to fucking death because he was physical. He's a plaster. I got some stonemasons were tearing up the fucking road. I talked to him today. I got to fuck around with him a little day. I showed him my plastering video. They were impressed. They're like, whoa, you get it? Plaster work? Frescoes? Oh, fuck. Stonework? I'm a real mason. I split my own fucking rock. I can do frescoes. I can lay fucking stone like no other. But this is it. I gotta tell you. People don't see how historic my work. Fukushima broke the luminescence. I said it day one. They're going to fucking lie. They're going to dump plutonium into the Pacific Ocean. They're going to push it. They're going to kill the sea. They're going to break the luminescence. Fucking big fish eat little fish. It's going to break the fucking eco chain. It's going to fucking collapse. The fucking crew, it's all going to go. This is the greatest fucking event in human history. In human history, the greatest event, the Great Pacific Genocide. Is Kevin Blanch did the greatest PhD. Now you think about that. It's going to give you leukemia and leukemia. I got leukemia. For I am fucking Cassandra's fucking great-great-grandson. For the Cassandra curse, you know, you lay in the hospital, Cassandra syndrome. I'm telling you, Cassandra syndrome, I call it the grandson of Cassandra syndrome. I warned you and warned you and warned you. And you weaklings and you cowards and you marine biologists and you scumbags, fucking Peterson just fucking died, that fucking weakling. You're gonna fucking die fast, because it don't fuck with you. The fight is the fucking life. The salmon collapse is in earnest. It's fucking epic right now. Really fucking epic. Fuck, what a place, huh? Isn't it perfect? Isn't it perfect? My 10 isn't perfect. Fucking. The fucking big run right now. Right fucking now. The spring run was horrific. The fucking still, why is it so important on the steelhead? Because they go to sea for 1 to 2 years. I'm telling you, this is fucking it. I mean, we're talking the Pacific Ocean. Americo Vespucci. Pacific Ocean means what in Latin? Calm. She's not going to be calm much fucking longer, I can tell you that. And all you cover up fucking scumbag, you should be all rounded up. But just what happened to the scumbag Peterson, that's what's going to happen to all of you. You fucking rats are going to fucking die, be sucked into a drag hole for a fucking time and all eternity. 500 years ago today in Florence.